Komal here, and we are doing the exercise of the toy box from our hobby. So activity D that we are doing today is speech practice. So can you say these quickly, repeat them a few times very quickly and see what a mess you make of them. Like they are tongue twisters, so you will speak them like that. Such pranks, Frank's prawns play in the tank. And some shun the sandy shore. Some shun sunshine, some shun the sandy shore. So they are tongue twisters also, and you can enjoy them and you can repeat them a few times. And next activity is your composition. Here is a short extract from a book called Encounters with Animals by Gerald Durrell. So here we have the extract. Most people, when I learn for the first time that I collect wild animals for zoos, ask the same series of questions in the same order. First they ask if it is dangerous, to which the answer is no, it is not. Providing you do not make any silly mistakes. Then they ask how I catch the animals. So Gerald Durrell is just telling us his experience of the questions that he has been facing from the people's side when he has been catching animals for zoos. Then they ask how I catch the animals, a more difficult question to answer, for there are many hundreds of ways of capturing wild animals. Sometimes you have no set method but have to improvise something on the spur of the moment. Their third question is invariably, don't you become attached to your animals and find it difficult to part with them at the end of an expedition? The answer is, of course, that you do, and sometimes parting with a creature you have kept for 8 months can be a heartbreaking process. So here you have words to know. The first one is when they learn mean. This means that people meeting Gerald Durrell for the first time do not necessarily know he is a collector of animals. They find out by asking questions. And improvise means compose, make up on the spur of the moment. A decision taken without a moment's forethought. And the next word is invariably, mean almost always the same. And then become attached, mean become close to or feel. Try to write a dialogue conversation between a person who has just been introduced to Durrell and the collector himself. Read the passage again if you want to know what people invariably ask Mr. Durrell. So you are going to compose your conversation dialogue on your own. So this is your creative writing, and you can read it from here also. The conversation has been started for you. Mr. Haroon is introducing Mr. Durrell to Mrs. Shah. So Mr. Haroon, what he says and how Mr. Durrell expresses his views, you can read it and you can write the dialogue on your own. So the next question is, whether friend read out the dialogues, do they sound natural? Can you make it sound better? So this activity is also yours one. You are going to do it on your own. So the next activity is synonyms. Match the words in A with the synonyms in B. Write the pairs in the blanks. So here you have column A and then B, and we are going to match them. Cunning mean crafty. The synonym is crafty, and upsets synonym is distressed. Then affairs, matters, carefully, cautiously. You can do it from here and write them in the given lines below. So then it's finished mean complete, then lived mean dwelt, deeply, profoundly, plan, scheme, swiftly, quickly, pupil, student, obedient, dutiful, and gathered mean collected. And the next activity is verbs and nouns. Look at the following sentences, like the nurse gave the patient an injection. Here the word nurse is a noun, and then the staff at the hospital nurse the patients with great care. Here the word nurse is a verb. So the question here is write two sentences for each word given below, A as a noun and B as a verb. So the first one is club, and we are going to make the sentence for club as a noun and then as a verb. So the first sentence as a noun is the member of the club meet every Wednesday at 7. And as a verb is the boy clubbed together to buy a cricket bat. And then loaf, the girls bought a loaf of bread. And then loaf as a verb, they loafed around waiting for their mother to come home. So these are your sentences that you can read on your own. A1 is for the word that is noun, and B1 is the word that has been given in the block as a verb. So these are your sentences that you're going to do on your own. So this was your lecture today, class. See you in another session. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.